I've kind of felt the need to do a few videos. This one is to all the bad man in Jamaica. Because right now, Andrew Holness portrays Jamaica as the most dangerous place in the world. And it's not. And the bad man all need to learn a few key lessons, which are the following. They have been dividing and ruling you all to be able to control you. Do you not see that? They keep you in your separate garrisons: Rockford, Berger, Nannyville, Top Nannyville, Bottom Nannyville, Kirk, Tivoli, Denham, Spanish Town. They divide you all into little areas so it's easier for them to control you. You're being played. You're certainly not gangsters because you're not smart enough to see you're being played. You're wasting your bullets killing each other and spending your money, and the government is the one actually pushing you to do it. It's funny that when people try to create peace in these areas, the police and the government don't like it in Jamaica. I find that quite funny. But what I find the funniest is you're all quick to go and shoot the other person just because a motorcycle drives through that looks a certain way. You don't see the driver, but you're like, oh, that's got to be such a body. That was his bike, so let's go and shoot him. All the time you're being played by the CIA, which are probably sending a white boy on a motorbike through your garrisons on similar motorbikes to your enemies, and then they're firing shots, driving through and laughing because they're like, you're so thick, that you then go and shoot each other. And Andrew Holness loves that. So does your Ministry of Defence, loves it, because it saves them a load of money in ammunition every year. They're only able to succeed with all this bullshit of COVID because they've got you all divided. The sooner you all understand you're being played like a fiddle, you're their puppets, you're not bad man. To me, bad men are the ones that can identify what's going on and go after the true villains. Those villains are not your neighbours. Those villains are not the people up the street in a different garrison. That's been mind control, where they have accustomed you to live in a divide and rule, only applying it to garrisons. I was speaking to somebody who asked me, well, what would my solution be to this? And it would be that every Dan from every garrison has a meeting. I was raised in a city called Manchester in England. In the 80s and 90s, they used to call it Gunchester. But the bad man in all the different garrisons within the city of Manchester realised they were being played by the police. And therefore, they all started to kind of communicate to keep some form of order and to stop innocent people from being killed through a government's agenda. Because you see, it doesn't just happen in Jamaica, it happens all over the world. But in Jamaica, your government are blatant. You can see by the mind control of the police and the way they treat local people there. The way that they have no regard for the law, they are the law. The police in Jamaica are actually despicable and need to be re-educated and retrained in the law, because half of them don't know it. All they know is to pull out a gun and bully you. So you bad man in the garrison need to wake the hell up, especially in this time. And you need to stop innocently just going and shooting somebody because his name's Bob and that was the name brought up, because you look dunce. Do you know how many people I know dead around Berger and Rockford from that specific reason? Because, oh, they heard that this person did this, so the man goes and shoots an innocent man just because his name's Bob and he was a mechanic. You all need to start really using your heads, because you're being played. The only bad man in Jamaica is Andrew Holness and his government. And then they utilise the military to play you all off against each other so they can divide and rule. They make Jamaica out to be so dangerous. When I speak to people, people will say, how could you live in Jamaica? It's so dangerous. I said, no, it's not. More crime happens here. And most of the gun crime is aimed at specific people. You know? But all of you bad man in the garrison, I urge you all to start talking to each other. Because I think if you did, you'd find you're being played like a violin. And you all think you're smart. Well, me as an outsider looking at you bad man in Jamaica, you're laughable. Because you're not using your common sense. You're fighting absolutely pathetic, useless wars which do nothing for your communities or for you or your families or your children. But if you don't wake up, they're going to start forcefully vaccinating you all. They're going to come after your children, which they already are doing, and some of you stupidly have carried your kids to be vaccinated. And karma's a bitch. I urge all of you to unite, because the sooner you do that, the sooner you'll get your country back and put the police and the military in line. Because right now, you do as you're told. So you're not bad man. You do as you're told. By the government. Andrew Holness dictates your day. He dictates. Because if it's not the police shit stirring over there, it's some undercover Fed using a vehicle with the same plates. They'll go to every extreme to make you think that somebody from some other garrison is causing a beef with you when they're not. Stop wasting your bullets on each other and start that are really and truly making you commit mass murder on a daily basis for no reason and no advancement. I'm telling you, because I've got bigger balls than the lot of you right now. I have had enough about hearing about bad man in Jamaica. As far as I'm concerned, you're all sitting quiet and just fulfilling the white man's agenda. You have so much CIA influence around Andrew Holness and the Ministry of Defence. You have a Chinaman. That's even a joke in itself. Wake up. But you bad man, the sooner you unite and start talking, you're going to find out how many years you've actually been played. Because are you not sick of paying for funerals yet? Are you not tired of burying your friends yet and your brethren? There are no bad men in Jamaica. Only idiots following the government's agenda to kill each other and depopulate the black man. So wake the hell up, all of you so-called Dan, because I don't see one of you doing anything for your people or your communities other than murdering each other at your expense. I thought you were all smarter than that. Seems you're not.